Alright guys, I was just about to do a video of, well I guess I am doing a video. We're going to look in detail at one of these guys, and this is the vehicle that has 184,000 miles. Before I get started here, I just wanted to show you this is the manual. This is what, when you buy a brand new ambulance, you get this, 3-ring binder that shows you wiring schematics, how to troubleshoot issues, if it's an electrical issue, what buttons activate certain things, siren, all that stuff, light configurations, how to change the light, all that stuff. So everything is in there, and that will, come with your ambulance. So anyway, let's get in the front first. And then we'll get through all that stuff, and then we can get in the back and start going through all the switches. So we've already, well, maybe you haven't seen, I don't know what order you watch the videos in. This particular vehicle happens to have cloth seats. 3 of them have, I think it's vinyl. It might be leather or half leather, half vinyl, like a leather front with vinyl back and sides. I'm not sure. This unit has cloth. It's in great condition, not torn. It is frayed a little bit on the passenger side, on the edge there, but not to where foam is coming out or anything like that. And I do have an upholstery guy who did repair a couple of the seats. I think this side was one of them, if I'm not mistaken. The seam had come apart and there was some foam showing, and so he put it back to factory specs. I didn't have the other one done because it's got a ways to go before it, is thrashed. So a lot of guys carry knives in their back pocket. When they slide in and out, it just kills the upholstery. So here's the front. Show you here. Looks like you can see we have a door open. We've got a few doors open. The tire pressure sensor thing shows that we have a low tire, but the tires are not low. It's just a bad sensor. They're all like that. And we're low on washer fluid. So let's see, what to start. I guess we'll start with the AC. So the AC is over here. This is for the front. So you hit that, and then this is our speed selector. So if you want to increase the speed, you do that, and you can probably hear that coming out. And then our thermostat is here. So it's on cold. If you want to put it, all the way over to defrost, you can do that, or somewhere in the middle where it's just kind of chilly out, you want to make it a little warm, you can do that. And then this is what determines where it's coming from. So this is from everywhere. And then if you turn it, that's just the floor. That's the floor and up above the dash. Or if you just want only above the dash. But I think everywhere is appropriate. This is just a little clip, so you could put a note or something, maybe your address for the home that you're responding to, or the hospital. Usually those are broken off. It's really rare to see those intact. I think most of these Demers have them intact, probably because Demers puts their control switches right here. In all the other coach builders that I've seen, they're either in the center console or up above. Up above there, they'll have the switches. Normally what's here is the stock radio. So it's a big old radio with a screen and everything, and so they basically replaced that with this, which is easier to operate, located there. They put an aftermarket radio down at the bottom. It's also got a CD player. So that is how the AC operates, and that's what that thing is over there. Now, you'll notice over here, this is the AC unit to control the rear. So if we want, say we want it chilly, not that chilly. So say you want to get the air conditioner in the back going. Now you probably can hear it just kicked on. So say it's hotter than hell, and you know, your ambulance has been sitting at the station all day, you're responding to the call, you can pre-cool the back so when you arrive at your destination it's not blazing hot back in there. Conversely, and it tells you what the temperature is back there. Conversely, if you want to preheat the back, if it's winter time or something, you can increase, you know, the temperature to whatever you want, and it will blow until it reaches that temperature, and then it'll turn itself off. So that's that's how that works. And if you want to know some of the other functions that you can do some auto settings and stuff. So when you get in, if it is December or January, every time you get in the rig, it can automatically just kick into gear. It's a little more complicated programming. You have to read the manual that I just showed you. In order to figure that out, I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on it. And then down here, now this is, you know, people, if you haven't been in a Sprinter before, you're like, well, how do you lock the doors? There's no power door lock on the door. It's in the middle here. So your power door locks are right here. And I don't think it's going to let me do it because I got doors open. But it's right there. You got your hazard light in the middle right there. Obviously our shifters right there. Windshield wipers. Oh, it looks like we need a wiper. One of our blades is coming apart. There's that. And then I think we're low on fluid too. So there's the wipers. Did I turn those off? Yeah. And then our emergency lights are all right here. So if we activate all those, that goes. You can probably see on the side of the building there, it's flashing a little bit. The siren, air horn, that works great. It also has a PA mic. Make sure the volume is up. Uh-oh. Testing, testing. Uh-oh. Seems like this might be, or is it the other way? Oh, the mic's not working. And it could be, there's a little piece in there that breaks all the time because guys push the lever too hard. I'll open it up and check it out. It's usually a pretty simple fix. There's a little plastic piece that breaks and it's replaceable. Oh yeah, and then so this will tell you door ajar, batteries low. The inner codes, if you look at the book, I forget what, there's 3 different colors that will light up there that give you information. I forget what those are. Some of the ambulances actually have a legend up here that will show you what some of those are. Oh yeah, and then this is for, it seems like this is zoomed in or something. If you want to turn the lights on, or if you want to set it to like auto, so when you open the doors it automatically goes on and off, or not. Let's see, the seats are pretty, well, the center console, there's a space for a radio. It's wired, there's antennas on the roof. It's ready for your radio to be installed. There's cup holders there, and this is the same. Every one of these vehicles is identical to this. And then there's an area to put, you know, clipboard, patient care reports, whatever you might carry. Oh yeah, there's a map light here. So if you're going old school and using a map, or your partner's just writing on his patient care report, you can use that. And the Sprinters will pretty much tell you everything. That center screen right there will give you a whole host of information. And you know, most vehicles, if there's a motor issue, mechanical issue, it, you know, just throws like a check engine light. On the Sprinters, it'll actually tell you on the screen most of the time what's more specifically is the problem. I mean, that right down to like a license plate bulb is out. You'll get it'll throw a check engine light for a license plate light, but it'll say on the screen, hey, the license, there's 2 of them. One of your license plate lights is out. Okay, so that's pretty much everything in the front, right? I mean, there's cruise control. This second knob over here is to control cruise control. And the seat has some interesting options, like if you want to increase the height, you can do it as it's maxed up. So that's to go down. So you can see you're like pumping it down. I don't know if you can see that, or if you want to pump it up. There's that, and it's got lumbar, and it's got the back, and it's got all kinds of stuff. So there's that, and let's go look in the back. So here in the back, it's so quiet, sometimes I'm like, is this thing on? You'll see there's an area here for a stair chair. You can put a pretty large stair chair. So if you have a striker or a Furno, it can go in there. Folding flats could go in there. And then over here is your house tank. So house tank goes in there. The regulator is there. There's reach through compartment. You can see the little window there. We'll look at it from the other side. Down here is for portable oxygen tanks. There's 2 spaces there to put those. It's got striker lockdown bars, so it is set up for a striker, but that'll also accommodate a Furno ProFlex if you happen to carry that. Oh yeah, the doors have compartments if you carry a Wexide or a Germicide to disinfect the gurney or in the ambulance and stuff. Put them in the doors. Lots of space on the wall with plexiglass sliders. There's another cubby there with a net, grab bar, IV hooks up there. Bam, right there. Up above the bench seat is a place for gloves. So you got your small, medium, large, and extra large. Pretty convenient. Here is your bench seat. And, well, there's also space beneath the bench seat. So let me lift that up. So down there, and you'd be able to see your oxygen tanks would be right there. And then any other supplies that you might want to put would be down there. Now check this out. It's got a dedicated area for a heart monitor that you can strap it down so it doesn't hit the patient or fly around. And it turns. See those little black knobs that are right there? So you can, it's kind of like a Lazy Susan, and you can adjust. Not a whole lot. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, there it goes. So if you want to adjust it that way, if you're sitting over there, or if you're sitting, oops, it locked into place right there. Or if you're sitting forward, you can just leave it like that. Now check this out. See that little knob right there? You can kick that with your foot, with your heel, and that is your sharps container right there. So you can do hands-free sharps container. Let me try it one more time. Bam. Well, almost hands-free. Maybe it needs some WD-40 and it'll come flying out of there on its own. The jump seat, great shape. There's no tears in any of the upholstery on any of them. The jump seat, you'll notice you can put this up. So there's a little knob. You can lift the seat up, and what that does is gives you access to that little area right there. It's held. That door's held on by Velcro. There's a circuit breaker back there, and that's also where the suction motor is located. So you can access that. Let me pull this knob back. Let me set that down for a second. Okay. You might hear a high-pitched noise. It's the radio behind me. And, yeah, it's a little, giving off a little sound. Over here, You can see it's high, over there. Boom, 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 boom. There's high. You can make it brighter. They're LED, or you can knock them down. And the way it works is you just up, 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 or down, 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 down. I'm trying to get this down. So when it's like that, it's off. So if as soon as the back doors close, these would go off. But if you have at least that on, when the doors close, you'll have light. And then as you increase it, it gets brighter. And they're very bright. Okay, so then we've got the same thing works for our AC unit. So you can probably hear it coming to life. We'll turn it up. You can hear that coming right out of there. There we go. And you can control it from the front too. And it's got the same sort of thermostat controller that's in the front. So if you want it, let's go with how about 68? I'm a big fan of 68. And then it's on auto. So you can hear that kicking out pretty good. Oh yeah, this is a let me see if I have the key. It's in the ignition. I'll grab it in a minute. We'll look in there. There's 2 doors to get through here for the narcotics locker. But and then so if you want heat, you can go heat, you know, whichever you want to do. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that was a suction. My bad. That was a suction that I turned on. So if you look there, the boom. And then if you want to increase the strength, there we go. There's 2 outlets for oxygen, and then this switch, that switch right there is for that light. So there's that. You can also, there's a knob there's speakers back here. So if your partner has the radio, you can put it on back here. If the patient wants music or something, and you can kind of make it louder or quiet or whatever you want. There have been times that I've been transporting someone, and right in the middle of like a football game or a World Series, they're like, hey, can you put the game on back here? Yeah. So, and then this is our inverter / battery charger. And bam, bam, bam. Let me look at that for a second. There's the plug. There we go. So it's showing you how many what the batteries are. The batteries are great at 13.9 volts, and you can see our plug has come alive right there. You can see a little green light. So we're ready to invert. If we had something power, we could. Oh yeah, you can see there's the reach through for the oxygen over there. So you just hold the button and it'll go off. And then let's go over here. Here's the reach through area for the oxygen system. So if you just, you turn it on and off after every call. If that's how you do it in your area, that's how you can do it. Or you can just reach through the big door and do it that way. Okay, so over here we've got, and this is, you might be able to hear, it's metal, which is pretty cool. So it's a lot lighter than wood that's laminated. You can see all 3 shelves have straps, so you can strap equipment down so it doesn't fly around. You can also, let me go out the side door here. You can see, let me see here. This is what you have, your side access to those that same compartment, and it's just belts. So if you want to undo the belt, you can grab your gear out And that's that. Hold on 1 second. Here's what it looks like. Let me back up a little bit. You can see the side view. Let me show you the passenger side. You can take a closer look at that seat. Bam. You know, it's kind of worn a little bit, but it's not that bad. And then lots of headroom. You could wear a very tall cowboy hat in this thing if you wanted to. So there's that. And then I think we covered just about everything. Yeah, is there anything else that, you know, I have a suction canister that I'll put in there. I might even have some oxygen outlets, airflow meters to put into those outlets there. Oh yeah, the hand sanitizer over on the wall. And oh yeah, I was gonna get, hold on 1 second, let me go get the key and I'll show you the narcotics locker. Okay, so there's our narcotics locker next to, I don't know why this seems like it's so zoomed in. Is there anything I can do to not be so zoomed in? I guess not. Okay, so there's 2 doors. In all reality, most guys only lock the outside door. And yeah, this one's like that. Very roomy, big, and yeah. So you can put your narcs in there, keep them locked in. And I've seen that more and more, double door narcotics locker. I mean, if someone wants the drugs that bad to go through the first door, I don't know if you want them hanging out in the ambulance trying to get through the second door. It's not going to be that big of a score. Anyway, here is the back, and if you have any questions, also you'll notice, see how there's an amber in the middle there, the amber flasher. We're not in code 3 mode right now, so if you look up there, oh, I got the floodlights on. I don't know why the floodlights are on. Oh, you know what? That's right, I did turn those on. Okay. So, we're still gonna have our rear load lights and that amber flasher, even though we're not lit up code 3 right now. And if we were in code 3 mode, these red outside lights would be going on. And you know what would be a good demonstration? Let me turn that on real quick. So let's hit the code 3. Alright, so we got our lights going, emergency lights. So now we got the red lights going. And then when we close the doors, that's when we get our rear emergency lights on the doors right away. I mean, right away. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, so this floodlight comes on because the side door is open. So side door opens, that's gonna come on. Also, what's kind of cool, when you open the door, it's too bright to see, but there is a light under there that shines down. And what I've seen some companies have, you can put a custom stencil in there, so when you open the door, it'll say like Ridgecrest EMS on the ground in light. It'll be like Ridgecrest EMS with a logo. Pretty trick. I've only the Sprinters have I seen that with, but it's pretty cool. So what was the other thing? Oh yeah, also when you put it in reverse, the rear amber flashers come on automatically along with the backup alarm. Let me come over here and close this door. So let me turn that off. Boom. All right. Okay. So I don't know that I'm going to be able. Well, let me try it. You might be able to see off the building. And we turn off the code 3. Actually, if I aim out this back window, I'm going to put it in reverse. And you can see, I can see it. I hope you can. But it's flashing the ambers back there. Okay, guys. Well, I think we covered about everything. Yeah. If you have any questions, comments, you can reach me at chrismedic@yahoo.com, or you can call me at area code 323-228-2842. All right, thanks a lot. Bye.